Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York, and I'm here in beautiful Atlantic City on the northern end of the boardwalk, right in front of Ocean Hotel and Casino. Gonna do an ambitious walk today, at least I think I'm gonna do an ambitious walk. Gonna take you guys on a couple areas. I'm gonna start off here on the boardwalk, take I guess from here the ocean to about resorts. Then we're gonna cut up and head into the Orange Loop, and I'll show you a couple places around there. We'll head up to Atlantic Avenue, continue our way south on Atlantic Avenue, then cut back to the boardwalk, I guess somewhere around Caesars or somewhere around there, and head onto the beach. And then maybe, if I still have sunlight, I'll go further south on the boardwalk after the Tropicana. So very ambitious. Hopefully I'll be able to complete all this in about an hour, hour and a half, because the sun is starting to set. So we'll see how quickly I can walk and how quickly I can show you around. Come along with me. We got a big walk ahead of us. Again, this is an ambitious walk, certainly one of the more ambitious ones I have on video. I've obviously walked longer than this, but I walk all the way, spoiler alert, all the way to Knife and Fork down at the southern end of the boardwalk, right at the beginning of the Stockton University campus. It's going to be a fun walk. We're going to visit pretty much different terrains, different neighborhoods, things like that. We'll end up at the Fork and Knife, at which point it's getting too dark for me to really do a good video as far as the low light's concerned, so we'll stop it there. But that's long enough. This is going to be a pretty long video, so put on some comfortable shoes and let's get started. The Showboat, like the rest of Atlantic City, is working feverishly to get ready for the summer season. Showboat's building a new summer concert stage at the Island Water Park here, and they're getting ready for a festival called The Peach at the Beach. Lots of bands and stuff. It's going to be July 13th this summer. That's something to look forward to, coming from the Showboat. The winter storms brought on severe beach erosion, and the beaches from Ocean to resorts, including the Hard Rock, are closed and will most likely remain closed for most of the summer season, unfortunately. Hard Rock did lose their beach bar this past winter due to severe storms, and I believe they plan on opening up a small beach bar for guests only. That is hearsay. I don't know if it's going to come to fruition or not. I don't know if it's going to be a temporary structure or a permanent one, but I have heard that they do have plans on building a small beach bar for guests. The Landshark bar in front of resorts is still closed as of the upload of this video, but they're doing a lot of construction work on the building and making a couple of additions to it, so they're taking advantage of the situation and really sprucing the place up. That temporary plywood structure in front of resorts is going to be Guy's Chicken, which should be opening up very soon. Can't wait to try that place out. As summer approaches, more and more pizza shops are opening up, and that's always a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Coming up on the left is Schiff's Pier, or Central Pier. They had a fire several weeks ago. It was contained pretty quickly. Damage was done, however. I think some of the businesses are still closed. Hopefully repairs will get underway and they'll get that place opened up completely for the summer, but I have no idea, so let's keep our fingers crossed for Schiff's Pier or Central Pier. And we're at Tennessee Avenue now. We're going to make a right and head inland a little bit and check out the Orange Loop, which is Tennessee Avenue, New York Avenue, and St. James Place. Those are the orange properties on the Monopoly board, hence the term Orange Loop. This is an up-and-coming neighborhood. Lots of restaurants opening up here, as well as a couple of shops. We're going to check out all three of the streets here in the Orange Loop before we head up to Atlantic Avenue and just check out how the restaurants here are doing. We already passed a King's Pub. A newcomer here to the Orange Loop used to be the old Piccolo, which was known for their wings. King's Pub becoming known for their wings now as well. Across the street from the King's Pub is the Irish Pub. Certainly not a newcomer here to the Orange Loop. I've been there many times, lots of videos here on the New York channel coming from the Irish Pub. And here we have the Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall, a popular meeting place if you're looking to get into some beers and burgers. I was here about 2 years ago, had a bad experience with my food, but it was just one visit. I've heard nothing but good things about this place. I plan on returning this summer, and I'll bring that to you guys on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. And here we have the back patio of the Irish Pub. I know my commentary is falling behind the video, and I apologize for that. There's just so much to talk about in so little time with the video. But I'll do a more extensive video on the Orange Loop in the near future. Here we have the Cardinal Restaurant. Used to be the old Bure, another newcomer here to the Orange Loop. From what I understand, they have fantastic food, great dining indoors and outdoors, and keep in mind we're just one block in from the beach. Earlier on Tennessee Avenue, we also saw Rhythm and Spirits and Cuzzy's Pizza. Again, just so much to see and talk about, not enough time on this video. We've got lots to explore, including Atlantic Avenue, a walk on the beach, and more Boardwalk. Woo! I think my commentary finally caught up with the video. Just some of the stores here in the Orange Loop include MPXNJ, a cannabis dispensary. I believe they're moved from this location to around the corner, a bigger location. We also have Heyday Coffee, also known for their pastries, as well as Side Pony, a brand new print shop here in the Orange Loop. If you haven't noticed, there's lots of murals, artistic murals around the Orange Loop here, and Atlantic City is known for its artistic murals throughout the city, but in no place is it known more than right here in the Orange Loop. Right now we're one block in on Pacific Avenue heading up to Atlantic, which is 2 blocks in, but I just wanted to show you guys Kelsey's, known for their soul food, live entertainment, and Sunday brunch. Hopefully when I get a chance in the near future, I will do a video from here for the Jersey Jeff Eats channel, but again, lines are like crazy here usually. Sometimes going up the block and around the corner. And here we are, Atlantic Avenue. We're going to walk south several blocks and then turn up to the boardwalk somewhere around Caesars, where we'll head on to the beach. Atlantic Avenue has some beautiful parks and historic buildings if you look up every once in a while, and beautiful street lights, and yes, there's some rundown areas as well. There's lots of shops and restaurants for mostly locals, but as we go further south, we come to the Tanger Outlets, which is popular with locals as well as tourists here in Atlantic City. On the left here is Atlantic Care, a local hospital here in Atlantic City. Not only takes care of the locals, but obviously all those tourists in the hotels and casinos, any emergencies they may have. I did a nice video, in my humble opinion, of Atlantic Avenue last summer, where I walked all the way from the ocean all the way down to Stockton University, showing off all the restaurants, shops, and parks and everything along here. If you get a chance, check that video out. If not, I'm sure I'm going to take that walk again this summer. And here we are at the Tanger Outlets, several blocks of outlet shopping. It's only 2 blocks off the boardwalk, and a lot of times when I'm walking on the boardwalk, I see people carrying bags of all the shops here at Tanger Outlets. Here we have Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Several years ago on my birthday, my family bought me here as a gift, and I had a great time. Good food, excellent steaks, really good. Like most places in Atlantic City, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse also has a happy hour if you want to just check out some lighter fare, if you will, at the bar and maybe a cocktail or two. Also on the left here is the brand new Dave & Buster's. I was in there not too long ago, showed the arcade off a little bit, and had a great hamburger. If you'd like to see videos of either the Tanger Outlets or Dave & Buster's, again, just check here on the New York channel. We're going to head up towards the boardwalk now and head over to the beach. Looks like Caesars put a wreath on one of their horses in honor of the recent Kentucky Derby. Back on the boardwalk, we have Boardwalk Hall, or the Jim Whelan Boardwalk Hall. If you're walking along the boardwalk, just walk in and stop in and just check it out. It's a beautiful building, home of the original Miss America contest. It's also home to the world's largest pipe organ, and if you do stop in, I believe there's a show, a demonstration of that organ. Sounds really fantastic. I think it's every half hour. I could be wrong, but just stop in and I'm sure you'll catch the show one way or the other. And of course, there's a video here on the channel if you'd like to see it. And now, on to the famous Atlantic City Beach looks like during a beautiful sunset as well. We're covering a lot of ground here in this video and lots more to come. Who says I don't take you guys anywhere? Nobody says that. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the videos here on the New York channel, why not subscribe if you haven't done so already? And if you're enjoying this extensive city tour of Atlantic City, and I hope you are, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribing, giving the video a thumbs up, and commenting below tells YouTube to show this video to more people, and I do appreciate that support. Thanks, guys. Remember those personal ads of the 80s and 90s? Are they still around? I remember one of the most popular lines where I like taking long walks on the beach during a sunset. You know, there must have been something to that. Stay tuned, guys. In a moment we're going to head back onto the boardwalk, continue our way south past the old abandoned Hilton Hotel and Casino, and make our way down to the Knife and Fork by Stockton University. Here we have the Chelsea Beach Bar. In front of the Tropicana is also the Bungalow Beach Bar. Both of these beach bars should be opening up shortly. So we started off at the Ocean, the most northern hotel and casino here on the Atlantic City Boardwalk, and we made it down to the Tropicana, the most southern hotel and casino on the Atlantic City Boardwalk. And it wasn't a straight line. We did so in a rather roundabout way, but had a great time. We're going to continue further south on the Atlantic City Boardwalk. Hey guys, if you're planning a trip to beautiful Atlantic City, whether it be pleasure or business, don't forget to check out the Atlantic City playlist and the Atlantic City restaurant playlist here on the New York channel. It's going to help you plan that trip with regards to hotels, casinos, room tours, restaurants, shopping, you name it, it's going to help you make your plans. So check those playlists out. Hey, how many of you remember me talking this past winter about a place called Hammer and Nails? It's coming up on the right-hand side here. It's like a grooming place for men. And they had promised me a makeover for my beard and face and you name it, whatever. And I'm still waiting for it to open. It's been almost a year, I think, and there's still a mess inside. And I have no idea what's going on. But when they do finally open, if they do, I'm going for that makeover, even though I'm devilishly handsome to begin with. Devilishly handsome. What in the world does that mean anyway? Here's a nice sculpture of John Lennon. Here's the Celebrity Corner Deli Beach Bar and Grill, home of the 2 eggs any style with hash browns and toast for just $4. Now, I don't do eggs, but they also have cheesesteaks and stuff. I'm gonna have to stop in here and put it on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. Not too many tourists make it this far south on the Atlantic City Boardwalk. They usually stop at the Tropicana. But if you do continue south, you'll find a couple of hidden gems. Nothing, glamorous or anything, but there's a lot of hole-in-the-wall or dive kind of places where you can pick up some food, some burgers, some beers, some cocktails. This is mostly a Stockton University area hangout for the students and the administration. My suggestion is if you don't like walking as much as I do, rent one of those bikes that we saw earlier in this video, and you can take it to all the places we've seen so far, including all the way down here at the southern end of the boardwalk. Here's the old abandoned Hilton or Atlantic Club or Golden Nugget. It's had so many names. It's been abandoned for several years now. It was recently purchased last year by a new company. They wanted to turn it into condos, but they said it was in much worse shape than they thought. I don't know, if you buy a house, don't you usually have like a home inspection or something? You would think if they're spending millions of dollars, they would have inspected the place before they bought it, but I really don't know what's going to happen to this building. Something tells me in the long run it's just going to be torn down. Maybe Stockton University will buy it. They bought pretty much most of this area already. And they've done a pretty good job improving the area, as you'll see. The area, by the way, is known as Atlantic City's University District. These are all low-rise condominiums, perfect location right on the boardwalk and beach. And here's the northern edge of Stockton University. It's a pretty large campus and it takes up most of the area down here. I've learned a long time ago, colleges and their students in particular are very good for an area's economy. All those kids have to eat, drink, and play somewhere. And there we have it, the historic Knife and Fork Inn, built in 1912. This place has quite a sordid history with mobsters and colorful women, if you will, and, well, now it's a seafood restaurant with a great happy hour. The history of this place could be a video all by itself. And, well, I guess I just planted a seed in my head. Well, that was a nice walk, and if you'd like to support the New York channel, then just click on that thanks button right underneath the video you're watching right now. Doing so will help support the channel, and you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video. Thanks so much for your support, guys. I had a great time this afternoon. I hope you did too.